I'll have one of those next. And one of those. And those.
Any more pastries, and your sweet tooth's gonna have to call in replacements.
T-Bob's right, Scott. He who eats too much sugar soon has sweet nothings where his teeth used to be.
I'll just have one of those lollipops.
But, Scott, that's not a lollipop. It's hartfisker, dried fish.
Well, Scott, I'm glad to see you're eating something good for you.
Is the lunch ready, Greta? I have to be getting down to the plant soon.
Yes, and I've made my Leif Erikson specialty for our guests.
I bet it's Viking food.
Yeah, maybe it's horn on the cob. You've been a great help on the advisory board down at the plant, Matt.
My pleasure, Toppy. I've always admired the Icelandic people and how they've harnessed geothermal energy.
Gee, Dad, what does geothermal mean?
Sounds like a new kind of underwear to me.
Not quite, T-Bob. It's energy produced from the Earth's interior. Let me show you. You see, Scott? The heat is contained in hot springs under the Earth's surface. The heat from the hot springs is channeled through the plant, like the steam through this cone, and then used for energy.
Hey, it looks like a volcano.
And it should. Iceland was originally formed by volcanic eruptions.
There's even a subway of empty lava tunnels under the city that help us channel the heat.
Boy, that sounds neat.
No, it doesn't. Perhaps I can show them to you later, Scott. Right now, I have to check in at the plant.
More pickled herring, Scott.
The Vikings sure must have had strong stomachs to eat this.
I bet they didn't turn green either.
Help! We've been robbed!
Come on, Bruce. Maybe we can catch the thief.
Too bad the thief didn't stop here first.
The fleet's in, but the sails are out. What happened, Captain?
No one knows. While everyone was at the festival, all the sails disappeared.
Even the north wind isn't strong enough to do that. Someone must have taken them.
Perhaps the man behind the sail would know something.
But the captain just said he doesn't know anything.
Bruce means the sailmaker.
Something strange is going on here. There are only 3 sailmakers in town.
But 2 of them have been missing for a week.
Then we'll have to check out the third man.
This place is like a storm hit it.
With all hands lost by the looks of the place.
It seems there's not a scrap of sailcloth left in town.
But wherever it is, it's the answer to whatever's going on. Let's check inland.
Gee, Dad, we've been riding around for hours. There's nothing out here.
Wise man say, just when you think you see nothing, you see everything.
It's nearly impossible to track anyone over this tundra.
Hey, Dad, Bruce was right. I do see something. Over there. Snow!
Let's find out if it really is Christmas in July. This isn't snow. It's sailcloth.
No cobbler's elves made these perfect stitches.
Gee, Dad, who would want to have a sewing bee way out here?
Somebody who could cut these pieces with blades as sharp as a laser beam. Venom's the only one with a cutting edge that sharp. It's time to call in M.A.S.K. We've got to find out where Venom's giving sewing classes.
Oh, boy! Now the action begins. Right, Dad?
Sorry, Scott. It's too dangerous for you and T-Bob. You'll be safe at the Lindquist house. Level 1 emergency. Select best agents for mission in Iceland.
Jacques Leffler, volcano band pilot. Expertise lies in harsh terrain rescue operation. selected.
Selection approved. Assemble Mobile Armored Strike Kommand.
Faster! I said faster! You've already wasted enough time! Did you hear me? Tiger, Gory, I'm talking to you!
Sure thing, Mr. Mayhem. Anything you say, you always know what's right.
That's because you fools do everything wrong.
Yeah, you're right about that, too. Pick it up, Dagger, will ya?
You tell me what to do again and I'll sew your lips together.
And I want double time from you three.
But we need a rest.
Shut up and stitch if you want to see your families again.
This work is breaking my back. Can't we just blast our way in?
No, you moron. I won't run the danger of destroying the very thing we're after.
But it was probably destroyed years ago.
Centuries, Dagger. If this information is accurate, it was buried under ice and snow before the lava flow covered it. No one has ever looked for it because the fools thought it was destroyed. Fools like you. Now hurry. You're wasting more time with your stupid questions.
Feels like it's getting hot in here.
I don't want a weather report, Rax. Tell me what happened.
The people of Reykjavik are going to have to take cold showers for a while. All the steam from the geothermal plant is now directed here for our use.
At last, the biggest discovery in 1,000 years will soon be mine.
Well, that wasn't too bad. I said that wasn't too bad.
What? Sorry, something seems to be wrong with my mic. Bad? Did you say the fish smell bad?
Shh. I hope she didn't hear you. But you're right, the fish do smell bad.
The power, it just went out.
Whoa!
It's an earthquake!
Then I'm not the only thing off its rocker around here.
I've got you, T-Bob! Hold on to me!
Yeah, but who's got you?
The ground's rising up!
Yeah, that's no puff pastry coming at us.
Quick, T-Bob, your radio!
It must have been damaged in the fall.
Stand still, T-Bob! Maybe we can climb out of here!
If you'd stand still, maybe I could see what I'm doing. Oh, I've overextended myself. It's not working. Now I know how being in a trash compactor feels.
Keep trying! We can't give up! We can't! Keep pushing, T-Bob!
If I push any harder, my circuits are going to explode like a firecracker.
Good idea, T-Bob!
What? What?
I've always had a flair for the dramatic.
That's using my head.
Looks like we're getting back just in time.
Did you see that?
I'm sure that was one of T-Bob's special green flares. M.A.S.K. Scott's in trouble. Let's go. There they are.
These telephone poles ought to take the edge off. Lift up, on.
Get out fast.
Hop on, Scott.
Good work, T-Bob.
It was nothing. These kind of things are what I'm here for.
Oh, T-Bob!
Scott! T-Bob! Thank goodness you two are all right.
You two stay here where it's safe.
If this is safe, I'd hate to see it when it's dangerous.
Sure, Dad.
Take care of them, Greta.
We can have some pickled herring for lunch.
Maybe we'll have another earthquake.
I appreciate your concern, Matt, but there's nothing you can do. This was no natural disaster. Look.
The vents have been welded shut. Welds made by a laser.
It will take hours to get them open and functioning again. Or why would anyone want to do something like this?
Why indeed?
Not a stitch of sailcloth in sight, Matt. Besides, what could Venom possibly want with it anyway?
Mayhem's craftier than an old Viking sea dog. The computer will tell us why he's poking his nose around here. Looks like Jacques is playing hide and seek again.
Jacques Lafleur and V.E.N.O.M at your service.
Talk about popping out of the woodwork.
Subject, Iceland. Reykjavik was once a Viking harbor between the New World and Scandinavia, and a stronghold for plundered Viking gold and treasure for several hundred years.
You were right, Matt.
Around 900 AD, a massive snowfall covered the harbor, and later it was completely buried by volcanic lava.
It is possible the snow may have preserved the harbor and the treasure. No wonder Mayhem's scouting the area.
But if they know where it is, wouldn't V.E.N.O.M just blast their way in?
Mayhem would never risk it. Digging or blasting would destroy the treasure.
Matt's right. But if they had something to lift the city off its foundation...
Exactly, Bruce. A balloon pieced together from sailcloth and filled with steam could raise an entire city. We know Venom's going to invade the Viking stronghold, but when is liftoff?
Oh, wow! I've never seen so many pickled jars.
Or smelled so many either. P.U. Huh? Hey, T-Bob. This must be one of those lava tubes underneath the city that Mr. Lindquist was telling us about.
I bet it doesn't smell like this in there. Woo!
Here's your chance to find out. Let's see where the tunnel goes.
Somehow, I had the feeling you were going to say that.
Open the valve! Keep rising!
What was that?
It certainly wasn't my ears popping.
You've been tracking that diverted geothermal energy for miles, Matt.
Yeah, Venom's going to have quite the heating bill. But where do we send it?
Brace yourselves. Now, rats.
come from.
Keep going, T-Bob!
How can I? For every step forward, we take 2 steps backward. Oh, we'll be back where we started in no time. Maybe that's not such a bad idea after all.
According to Spectrum, all the heat has been diverted here.
Bingo! The sail cloth. V.E.N.Om's hideout. Dead ahead.
Wow, it's a lost fleet.
You were right, Mr. Mayhem. You always are. Yes, sir.
Wow! Do you see what I see?
Yeah, Viking gold and silver. But who let those pirates in?
We've got to call Dad.
But my radio's still jammed shut. You never fixed it.
I guess I didn't need to. Look!
M.A.S.K. I won't allow them to ruin my plans. Keep them away from the treasure.
This will bring down the house and Venom. Lift up on!
Great cover-up, Bruce. Volcano sandblasters ought to touch up his paint job. Now to free the sailmakers. Uh-oh. Time for my Houdini number. Barrage on.
Hey, where'd he go? He won't get away, even if I can't see him. That's no Saturday night bathwater. I'm getting out of here.
Hot mud! Yeah! Must have been heated by the volcano.
Oh, I told you we should have stayed away. Boy, you never know what's cooking around here.
Scott, T-Bob, what are they doing here? Lift up on!
Mud is covering the harbor.
No one will have the treasure now. Let's get out of here.
I'll put an end to this mud bath. Take the volcano van down the lava tube first. Well, I seal the deal. In trouble again, Scott. If it isn't too much to ask, what's your excuse this time?
Well, Dad, would you believe making mud pies?
Luckily, the balloons didn't do too much damage to the city. And the power was restored almost right away.
You must come back next year, Scott. The Viking treasure will be out of the mud and on display.
Wow! I'd sure like to see all that treasure.
Me too, Scott.
I have a special memento for you of your trip. Pickled herring. What do you think, Scott? Scott!
Ooh, what's the matter, Scott? Part of herring?
Whoa! T-Bob, what are you doing? Hold the ladder before I fall off.
Well, why didn't you say so? Boy, it sure is muddy around here.
T-Bob! Standing on a ladder is dangerous, T-Bob. Always hold the ladder when someone is standing on it so they don't fall off.
You're right, Scott. It's the only way to reach new heights.